boy, how you doing? Long time no see. Has been a while. Of course, we had the holidays in December. I went off back to Holland to spend some good quality time with my family, of course. And also these weeks were very busy with my job. So fortunately, I didn't really had a whole lot of time to create like a new video blog. And also, you know, January when I came home, when I came back here to England, I had kind of a week of a bit of a bit feeling of emptiness. I actually explained in my last blog that was about loneliness what exactly that happened. So if you're curious what exactly happened, then you know, go over to my website jeanpaulblommaert.com and then you can read more about it in that video and that blog post. But anyway, in this video, let's talk about developing worthiness after you have been through, let's say, emotional abuse, narcissistic emotional abuse. And right now, I feel like I'm also collecting all the pieces together. Because as you might know from my personal story, which you can also read on my blog under the About Me section, then you know a little bit more about my background, my story. And when we have been through, let's say, emotional abuse, narcissistic emotional abuse, then you know we feel like very fragmented. All right, so you know our glass, you know, has been shattered all over the place, and now we are trying to find our way back home. Let me quickly pause the video because there are some more dog walkers coming up, and we are talking about some deep stuff here. So give me a second. Anyway, that was quite an interesting conversation. It's always great to be in the countryside because people are more relaxed, they are more polite, they are, you know, curious about what it is that you do, and you know, people say good morning when you're walking, and I never have that in the city. You know, everybody's just like, you know, just on their own, in their own heads, and people are very disconnected. It's what I feel, and it's what I also experience. That's why I need to, you know, push myself to get out, even when it can sometimes be quite an operational to get out of London, especially in the early mornings. This morning it took me like an hour and 50 minutes just to get here, so that's sometimes a bit of a shame. But anyway, let's dive back into the actual content of this video, and slowly right now I'm going to see where I'm heading with this channel, and for who exactly, because for the last years I've been already talking about connecting with your true self and, you know, developing empathy and your intuition and all the kind of things. And for me it was a bit, you know, a bit too broad, like to who exactly is it that I'm going to talk about. So I still had these many puzzles that I had to fit together, and I wasn't very clear about exactly where I'm heading, you know, and to who I am making this type of videos. And because I also couldn't really get in touch with, you know, my passion or excitement, because, you know, I've done so many things regarding to digital marketing, and I felt like I'm not really quite sure if that's really my passion, or, you know. So did I said to myself, I am unworthy of success, you know, or I haven't just really figured out what is it that I am creating. Then last year I started to develop an interest in doing something different with my videos, learning how to work with a DSLR. Never touched a DSLR camera before, so that was quite exciting as well. And learning about photography. Also, I have not been in that before either. So it has been a very interesting year last year, and this year will be more about, okay, so what exactly is my message, okay, and for who exactly. Now, as I said, you know, how to develop self-worth if you have been through narcissistic emotional abuse, because this is something I can relate to the most. So that's exactly where I'm heading. Now, when we talk about self-worth, you know, it's something that is a bit abstract, you know. And why that is abstract is what I'm going to explain to you a little bit further in this video, because I still have a lot of things to explore. I'm not really familiar in this area yet, so I want to do a little bit of scouting and see where exactly I'm heading and see if I can find some more interesting places. And then I'm going to review something that can wipe this whole idea of unworthiness off the table once and for all. Alright, so what it's going to be is what you're going to find out in any minute. So let's get to the point of this whole idea of unworthiness and why you believe you are unworthy of anything. Let's say, for example, you are raised in a family that valued something different than you. For example, you valued a creative expression, right? So maybe you wanted to become an artist or you wanted to practice art, and that interest got devalued by the people around you, your upbringers, because they valued academic, intellectual development, right? For example. Then what happened? A part of your personality, you took that and you put it away. So you created, let's say, a split and fragmentation. You put it away and you started to suppress that part of you. You took another part of you that was trying to adapt to the values and the ideas from the people around you. Okay, and because of course you wanted to receive love, recognition, approval, and that sort of things. So, you know, you followed the values of the people around you, of your surrounding, right? Now, let's say, does that mean that art has no value? Maybe not for the people you were raised in, right? That you had a relationship with. Could be your family, anyone. But does that mean that no one else can value that? That's of course the biggest question. Now, of course not, right? There are a lot of people who value whatever it is that you value. So this whole idea of unworthiness, or being worthy of something, it's very abstract. Meaning, you know, whatever you value, that as unworth. So the whole practice again is to get in touch with that what you value and bring these values up again to the surface and start getting more in touch with that. So that's really the biggest message I wanted to give you in this video. I don't really want to make it any longer, any further, but if you've got any questions, then please let me know. Just drop a comment below, and I look forward to learn more about you and your stories, of course. Take care for now. Bye bye.